Hello everyone, I am Amod and in this video tutorial we are going to learn about another data structure concept in JavaScript called set. I have already covered about map data structure in JavaScript in the previous video of this playlist. Again, if you are aware of set concept in Java, then it will be easy to understand set in JavaScript as many concepts are similar. But if you don't know, then no worries because I'm going to cover about set from scratch. So let's understand about basics of set first. So like map, set is also introduced in ES6 or ECMAScript 2015. So if you want a collection in which you can store only unique values, then we can use set. And the advantage here is that we can store values of any type in the set. So just to summarize, set is a built-in object in JavaScript which can be used as a collection to store unique values of any type. It preserves the insertion order. That means we can iterate elements of set in the same order it was inserted or added. Set is iterable. That means we can easily iterate the elements of set collection in JavaScript. And like map, we have many ready-made methods to perform actions like addition, deletion, or if you want to check the presence of any value in the set. And set also follows same value zero algorithm like map to identify duplicate elements. So same value zero is very much similar to triple equal, which is also called strict equality in JavaScript. But we have some if and buts with same value zero that I can cover in some another video. Compared to arrays, set is faster. So these are basics about set. Let's have a look on methods and properties provided by set. So if you want to add any value to set, we can use add method, and if you try to add any duplicate element, it will be simply ignored. And if you want to delete any value from set, we can use delete method where we need to pass the value to be deleted. But if you want to delete all the values, then we can use clear method. And if you want to check the presence of any value in the set, we have method has. And to iterate set, we have many ways, and we can use some methods like values. We can use keys entries as well with set, but those are more meaningful for map. And similar to map, we have a property called size to get the number of elements in a set. This is not a method but property. Now let's write some codes to understand set better. So like map, set is also built in JavaScript object, and we can get a new instance of set by calling set constructor function. And to call any constructor function, we need to use new keyword. That means new set. And this is going to return me a reference of set which I can store into a variable, maybe s1, and I can use const. If I call size property on s1 now, it should return 0. Please note I am not passing any parentheses with size here because size is a property, not method. Let me quickly run this simple program, and you can see it is printing 0 as size of s1. So to add an element to set, we can use add method and pass the value like 1. Let me pass another value, amount. I will quickly add some boolean and integer values, and to print this set we can use console.log and pass the reference which is s1, and let me call size property. Let's run it, and this time you can see it has written a set of 4 with these elements, and now size is 4. Let's try to add any duplicate element. So I'm going to do s1 dot add amount, and let me log again, save it and run it. So you can see it has not added a mode again because this mode is already present in the set. So set does not allow duplicate element. That's why size remains 4 and a mode was not added. What will happen if I pass lowercase a here? Will this be added this time? Let's run it. So this time you can see this element was added to set and size is also incremented by 1. So this value and this value are not same. Basically case sensitive here. Suppose you have an array here like const a1 with values 1, 2, again 1, then a mode, one boolean value, anything. In JavaScript, array can hold duplicate values. If you print it, you're going to get all the values. Array will not remove any duplicate values. So if you want to get the set out of an array, then so while creating a new instance of set, we can pass the array. And let me store the return value of this into a variable, maybe s1. And if I log s1, you can see set has only 4 elements. It has removed the duplicate one. So here we are converting an array to set. We can do reverse as well. That means we can convert a set to array. So let's convert this s1 set to array. And for that we need to use spread operator like this. So have an array and use three dots, which is spread operator, and pass s1. So basically it is going to return you an array. So let me store into a2 and let me log a2 in console. Let's run the program and you can see s1 has been converted to array. We have another way as well to convert a set to array. For that we can use array object, and we have one method called from and pass the s1. It is going to return me an array which I can store into a variable like a3. Let me quickly log and run the program. So this time also you can see it is returning an array. So basically we have options to convert an array to set and vice versa. Here I have one empty set and I can call an expression in add method, and the value of that expression will be stored in the set. For example, if I do s1 dot add 20 minus 10, or I do s1 dot add Amod to lowercase, and if I log this s1, then these expressions will be evaluated and values will be stored in the set. So here you can see a set of 2 is created with value 10, which is the result of first expression, and then Amod in lowercase, which is coming after executing this expression. We know that we can add value of any type in set. For example, if we have a function like function f1, and if you do s1 dot add f1, then this function will be added to set. But if you try to add it again, then this will be ignored because this f1 will be pointing to the same reference in memory. Let's log s1 again and run the program. So you can see function was added only once. But instead of passing the reference, if we do like s1 dot add and pass the complete function like this, then what do you think what will happen? Let me quickly log this s1 and run the program. So this time you can see f1 has been added twice. Both are not same here because here we are passing the reference and here we are passing value. In the same way, we can add objects as well. You can give it a try. Now let's see some other methods of set. For example, if you want to check if any element is present in the set, then we can use hash method. So I can directly use console.log and s1.hash 10. Let's run it. Then you can see it is returning true. Even we can use expressions like 20 minus 10. So this will be calculated and it will return the value 10. Then it is going to check if this 10 is present in set. Let me run and show you. So you can see it is returning you true. If you like 20 minus 11, this time it will give you false. Similarly, we can use F1 as well and it will return you true. And if you want to delete any element from set, we can use s1 dot delete and pass the value whatever you want to delete, like 10. And if you log s1 again, you should not see 10 in the set. Run it. So this time we don't see 10 in the set. If you pass any element which does not exist in the set, then it is not going to give you any error. So here I am passing 100, which is not present in set. Let me run the program and you can see no error and all the elements are present in the set. And if you want to delete all the elements, then we can call s1.clear method. And if you log this s1, this time you will see empty set. Let's run it. You can see set of 0. Now let's learn how to iterate this set. So here I have one set with 3 elements and I want to iterate one by one. I have already mentioned that set preserves the insertion order. So the more commonly used way to iterate set is for each, my set reference, and we have method for each. So the current char I will store in a variable maybe C, and then I'm going to simply log that character. So let me run this program and you can see it has logged all the elements from set. So this is the best way. Another way we can use traditional for of. So for that for, I'm going to use const c of my set. Now I can call the same logger statement here. Let's run the program and you can see for of loop also printed the content one by one. In my previous video of map, there I've used methods like keys, values, and entries. So those methods were making more sense with map, but we can use with set as well, which is not so meaningful, but JavaScript allows those methods for set as well because of the compatibility. That means I can write something for my set dot keys. So keys are values of set. To iterate, I'm going to have a reference const c of, and then we can simply log it. If you run the program, you're going to see the same output. Similarly, we can use values, which is again elements of set. We don't have any literally keys and values in set, but we can use these methods. Let's run the program. You can see it is printing the elements. Similarly, we can call entries method, but here it's going to give you key value pair, which will be same element basically. So maybe I can use c1 comma c2, and let's log c1 and c2 both. If you run the program, you can see it is logging same element twice. But in real time, use for each or for off loop with set to iterate it. Now let's see how can we combine two sets. So here I have two sets S1 and S2. I want to create a new set by combining these two sets. So if you're thinking, we can do something like new set and pass S1 comma S2. And if you log it, so let's log it quickly, and you can see the resultant set has elements from S1 only, not from S2. So basically, to combine two sets, we need to convert the set to array. Then from that array, we need to get the set. That means while creating a new reference, instead of passing S1 and S2 directly, let's create an array using S1 and S2. For that, we need to use square brackets, which is an array, and let's create sets. So triple dot S1 comma triple dot S2. So in this statement, elements from both the sets will be added to an array, and then that array will be converted to set. Now if you run the program, you can see the resultant set has elements from both the sets, and it has removed all duplicates while merging them. Now if you want to get the intersection of two sets, that means common elements from two sets, in that scenario also we need to convert set to array, and then we can call method like filter. Let's convert s1 to array. So for that, square bracket triple dot s1. So this is an array now. We can call filter method. So let's use a variable which will be used to store or reference the current element, maybe x, arrow operator, and we need to see if this x is exist in another set. So s2 dot has. So basically this filter method is applicable on array, and based on this condition, it will give you only those elements which is satisfying this condition. So result of this entire expression will be an array, and since I need a set, so again I can use a constructor function of set like this, and let me store into a variable maybe s3. Now let's log s3 in console. Run the program, and you can see the last set has only one element, because in s1 and s2 we have only one common element. And now if you want to get the different elements from set, then we can change the condition here. So here we can use not operator, so that result will be changed. So here all the elements from s1 will be iterated, and it will be checked if that element is present in s2. If that is present, then it will become false and that element will be excluded. But if it is not present, then it is going to return you that element. It is returning you 2, 3, 4. So here I received different elements of S1 which is not present in S2. If you want different element present in S2 which is not present in S1, then we can just change the reference. So we need to iterate S2 and then check if that is present in S1. Save it, run it. So this time it is returning 5, 6 because 5, 6 are not present in S1. So I have covered a lot of concepts about set, which is enough to get started and explore more. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.